Get your equipment like set up how you want it set up, you know what I mean? I'm gonna go on this side. There you go. So take the time, if it's not set up how you want it, take the time to get it right, okay? So on this skill, you can already have this attached. You can't have it attached to the O2 though. So that's a point on the sheet, so.
Is the tank already put together on this one, or we have
Tank
to?
can be put together, regulators be together.
All that prior to starting the test? Okay.
With me, I always put the OPA right here, right on the neck. That way you can't forget it. Makes it easier on yourself. So.
Okay.
All right. So BSI seems safe. I'm gonna check responsiveness. Hey, you awake? No. Throw a rub? No, nothing. Gonna go ahead and check to see if he's breathing. Okay, look, listen still. Patient is apneic, not breathing. Okay, at this time I'm going to request additional EMS assistance, ALS, and a rescue. I'm going to go ahead and check for a pulse, no longer than 10 seconds. Patient does, so as a proctor, I'll say the patient does have a pulse. It's 60 a week. Okay, at this point I'm going to go ahead and check the airway, open the airway. Is the airway clear? No, it has secretion and vomitus in it. Okay. Going to go ahead and get the appropriate catheter, rigid catheter. I'm going to turn on suction. Make sure I got good suction. Check out my hands. Going to insert the suction as far as I can see in a circular motion on the way out. Going to suction no longer than 10 seconds. While I'm here, I'm going to also suction the nose out. Don't suction on the way in, only on the way out. Okay. I'm going to reopen the airway. Is this airway clear? Airway is clear. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and select the appropriate size OPA, insert the OPA, patient accepts it. Okay, at this point, you have two options. You already have this all hooked up. It's really easy. You can't delay bagging the patient at this point for 30 seconds. So you can either hook this up now, or you could bag the patient and then hook up the O2 after, okay? With me, especially out in the field, if you have O2 right next to you, it's going to be better for the patient. Do it right away. But it's totally up to you. If you guys want to go down the sheet, that's fine too. You know, it kind of delays hooking up the O2. So once I get the OPA in, I'm going to go ahead and hook up my bag valve mask to this, turn it to 15 liters high fuel oxygen. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I have proper face mask seal. Bag the patient one breath every 5 seconds, or 10 to 12 times a minute. Okay. Obviously, I wasn't doing the proper right there, but after that, I'm going to reassess, check for a pulse. Pulse is still at 16 a week. I'm going to continue to bag the patient with the CE method, so one breath every 5 seconds.
So is it 1 minute or 2 minutes after the first set of bagging that you do the reassessment, or is it the reassessment part of it?
I would bag for probably 30 seconds and then reassess for a pulse. One breath.
That would be just loading a system up. Okay.
And then, so after that, when you're bagging the patient still, the proctor is going to ask you, how do you know that you're getting adequate ventilation to the patient? So there's a few different ways to tell. Obviously, adequate rise and fall of the chest, equal rise and fall of the chest. You can also listen to lung sounds while you're bagging the patient, or have somebody listen to lung sounds for you, or vice versa. Another one is when you're bagging the patient, you could possibly see condensation in the mask. And those are 3 good solid ways to see if you're getting adequate rise and fall. So I think that's pretty much it. I think I hit everything.